3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so my name is the Darkman 78. This is Street Fighter X Mega Man, and I will hopefully show you a good one of this.
So this was a fan game that was announced it was kind of picked up during EVO 2012, I believe. A sole developer had made half the game, and I think, did Capcom approach him, or did he approach Capcom? Because they were actually present at the event.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so one of the two actually happened, and there was a conversation, and they ended up kind of picking it up for an official release. Because Capcom didn't really do anything for Mega Man for his 25th. They figured this was a nice cop-out, so shout-outs to 30,000 people that just heard that. Capcom, hopefully you're listening. Try harder. But still, it's actually a pretty decent game for a fan game. It's an excellent speed game, actually. There's a lot of interesting stuff you can do. But to get right into it, we start with Blanka stage. Because Buster strats aren't that... I guess, diminishing compared to a lot of the other stages. You can go through it pretty quickly, and more importantly, killing Blanka gets you the Melon. Is that the official name, the Melon? Okay, the Melon. We'll stick with that. So it's the resident speed weapon of this Mega Man game. Helps you go through a lot of the stages pretty quickly, and is pretty powerful against a lot of the bosses.
Now, Duckfist, when you did Rockman Mice Affinity, it was kind of based on Mega Man 4 Mega Man, right? What is this Mega Man based on?
It's more original. It is a Mega Man game, but it is Street Fighter cross Mega Man, so it's all about Street Fighter references. All of the bosses are playable characters in Street Fighter games, from what I understand.
This is the 1.0 version of the game. The reason why we use 1.0 is because there are a few spots where there are glitchy tanks. You will see what I mean. They just look totally out of place, and yeah, they're beneficial.
So nice kill. There's no damage, right?
But oh yeah, we forgot to explain. As you may have seen, like right next to my health bar, you see a super bar for each boss. So yeah, when that fills up, they can perform a super attack, which you don't see in any other Mega Man.
Yeah, and when Blanka does super attacks, it does slow down the battle a little bit. What determines filling up that super bar?
When he gets hit.
When he gets hit, okay. So it's pretty much inevitable, it looks like. But still, it's a really fast Buster kill. He's weak against Dulcine's fire, I believe, by default.
Yeah. Normally, I do go pretty fast in the selecting the boss, but since I can't actually reset the game, and there's no password system in this version, I don't want to make sure I mess up because that's at least 2 to 3 minutes of wasted time, so I just go slow. This game is kind of weird to practice because, again, there's no reset button, there's no password system in version 1, so you kind of just have to find a place you want to practice and get up to it.
Yeah, and doing RTA attempts, you're already dealing with an auto-scroller shmup stage 2 minutes in, so... Yeah. But still, Rose's stage is kind of neat. There's some interesting Melon stuff all right off the bat, and of course Rose is weak against Melon.
So yeah, they're calling us all fools here, so whatever.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
So
Use
these
your
are
Melon aids.
I guess they're tarot cards or something like that?
They're funny purple things, that's what I
There you go.
Yeah, because one of the tarot cards is a fool.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I still think it's mocking us.
So the platforming section of the stage is much more interesting. This game has potential for a lot of cool speed strats. So back when it came out, this was notorious for having a massive race on speedrunslive.com. There was 60 people that entered.
So I want to show you the difference between the Buster and the pellets. So you see the Buster, I killed it in one hit. Look at this with pellets. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, the damage scales differently for enemies. Against bosses, it's not that significant, like it was demonstrated there.
So yeah, that's the watermelon.
Yeah, there's the melon strats. Allows for some nice high jumping. There is no rush coil or rush anything in this game, so that kind of substitutes for that.
How strong is the melon?
Not useful against any enemies, except for the bosses that it's strong against. Yeah, these swords are a little bit tricky.
And they do a lot of damage.
Just kind of bounce a couple of times and then go at your horizontal position. So here's a nice trick. So one of the few Mega Man games, or maybe the only one, where you don't need to be on a ladder to scroll horizontally. He just melons up, and as long as he's intersecting the ladder, it allows him to transition like that. And there's a small glitch. If you're off position and you're not touching the ladder, you can actually go off the screen and fall off the edge and die. It's a little strange.
So So here, Rose likes to go and like when she has a teleport move, and she kind of follows you around. So we're gonna abuse that and just let her body us because we're able to kill her really fast this way.
Yet another strat I wasn't aware of when I played this, but
Oh, she's dead.
very close.
And I'm gonna put a melon here because I can.
All right, let me read a donation off here. We got $20 from Emiliano Garcia. Hey guys, just want to say how awesome this marathon is. Hope a lot of money is raised for Doctors Without Borders. We hope so too. $10 from Justin Marquis, donating a late fee for waiting till the last minute to submit many paintings for tomorrow's prizes. Hey, I'm an artist. I get to take my time with this stuff. You're the ones who have to run everywhere.
So this weapon is kind of a shield weapon, but it's not very useful in protecting you. It just kind of does damage. And of course it's strong against Rolento and Melon and... I don't know, what was that weapon called? The shield.
Soul Satellite.
The Soul Satellite.
I don't even know the names.
This is also kind of an interesting speed
Melon is
stage.
apparently called Tropical Hazard.
Tropical has...
Soul
We'll go with
Satellite-
Melon.
Yeah, it's the melon.
Soul Satellite's one
Anybody
of,
who says otherwise is not right.
Soul Satellite's one of
Oh, I love this music.
It's your favorite.
So this is a PC-only game, and before anybody asks, the Darkman is playing with a Super Nintendo controller. Good choice. Oh, nice strat. Okay.
Yeah.
I had one like that, but it was much slower.
Yeah.
So when we found out you could use Melon to do all sorts of crazy stuff, Cool Kid came up with all sorts of ridiculous
Oh, yeah.
Melon jumps.
Yeah,
and-
Kuka did a lot of the early ratings, so shout out to Cool Kid.
yeah, I stole a lot of his strats.
Also, I want to make a big shout out and thanks to Hackspam. So when I came here, for some reason my SNES adapter was not recognized on this PC, so I've been borrowing Hackspam for the entire marathon. So just big thanks to him.
Hexpam doing Rosenkreuzstilette coming up next, I believe.
So yeah, the thing about this weakness is it's not the pellets that I can fire here. It's actually the shield itself.
Yeah, the pellets only do regular buster damage against pretty much anything.
So basically, you have to take a lot of damage.
I'd be remiss to say that that weapon that you use is what a melon.
Alright, I'm gonna call serious time for this first part of Irian stage because it's a very timing-based thing. If I get out of my timing, I basically die.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of slide jumps, but I mean, you guys just have to time the number of slides that you do, and it is pretty tricky. So, best of luck.
We do have a dollar donation from Jack Meesberg shouting out UA on his Tower Heaven run.
All right, here we go.
Alright, serious time now. Should be good.
Very nice. And still serious time a little bit.
Okay,
There you go.
nice.
It's a nice, clever strat here. By taking damage, you can walk on these spikes and skip these nice falling pillars. A nice little Mega Man style mechanic they introduced. I really enjoy the stage. It's got pretty cool music. It was fun to route and learn, you know.
I could pump to this music every day.
Yeah.
All day.
And we have the fence, I guess, is another nice new mechanic in the game.
Yes.
Is the sliding off platforms versus jumping off them or falling off them mechanic the same as in the rest of the original Mega Man games?
I believe so. Yeah, you can. Slide distance seems to be comparable to like Mega Man 4, and you can gain more distance by sliding to the edge and jumping off of the platform. So
My God.
a little low HP, yeah.
Yeah. Because I have to basically get hit.
Yeah, good luck. Oh wow, that was
Oh,
close.
that was close.
Yeah. That's. I don't want to die there, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Some buster strats. Not too hard of a pattern to learn, but yeah, this will slow it down quite a bit. Oh, it refills your weapon energy.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
I
never
forgot-
mind.
I forgot to explain that. So, yeah, when you die, all your weapon energy is refilled.
So using the grenade against Urian like that, it's a little bit glitchy. So you can just kind of get up in his face and spam it, and it does way more damage than it should, like with a normal invulnerability period. So the point-blank grenade spam is definitely the way to go on that boss.
Probably almost like 20 or 25 seconds there. Not the worst.
So we have Ryu coming up, some really interesting melon strats throughout the entire stage. Sadly, the Aegis Reflector is not that useful of a weapon. Pretty much just against bosses is where you're going to see it. A couple of small spots throughout the run, though. These melon jumps are pretty interesting.
Hopefully I don't screw it up. Nice.
By the way, I'm sitting here just rocking out to the music right now.
It's a pretty solid soundtrack, I agree.
Intros and all of them sound like they're going to be like Mega Man 2
Yep.
tracks, and it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, it's really good music.
The number of 502 donations has increased dramatically.
Well, thank you, 502.
Shout outs to 502.
Absolutely.
So there's a small branching path in that stage. Taking that upper path gets him an extra E tank and is a little easier to go through. And faster, of course.
The funny thing about that is I didn't know the lower platform existed until like maybe a month ago. I was like, what? This exists?
Oh, you just slide jump across it every time?
I just assumed that was a pit.
I don't remember what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
That was a nice damage booster. Another interesting melon through a vertical screen transition there. And we're coming up to the Ryu fight, which is normally really hard. It's one of the hardest fights, but
I would honestly, he can be harder than Vega, and that's saying something.
yeah. The boss fights in this game are very dynamic. Like, they have a lot of patterns, and they can be very unpredictable. Oh man, he's just sat there invulnerable.
So yeah, I expect to E-tank there most of the time. Sometimes I don't, but it's not a big deal if I E-tank there.
So yeah, Ryu is vulnerable both to using the Aegis Reflector to reflect his Hadokens, but it's really unreliable because he can go for long periods of time not actually Hadokening. But luckily, Melon does the trick too, and that nice little strat of just kind of standing against the wall can manipulate him like that.
Aegis Reflector is technically his weakness, but Watermelon is really his weakness.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, if you don't know about Watermelon, you're kind of screwed for that fight.
We do have $5 from Jesse Tanner. Hey, all, wanted to add another donation for the great work you guys do. Put this toward fighting Neo X Death in Final Fantasy V. Keep up and shout outs to Sinister One, Puexo, BJ DeCaesar, Funk Dot, Trihex, and Fiesel.
Thank you.
And yeah, Puexo's the only one in the room at the moment.
Whatever.
I'll tell Sinister.
So yeah, for some reason the stage gives me problems, and it's a really simple stage, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's not complicated at all. It's just like, it's all just horizontal rooms.
There we go, that was the first part.
Yeah, that. It's hard to get to that middle platform sometimes. Yeah.
Go on, Wyatt.
Yeah, that's a really difficult jump to make.
That was too bad, really. Sometimes it could take me forever to get back up, but that wasn't
Yeah, so these samurai just kind of, once they appear, they stand around for a couple of seconds, they teleport above you and just fall down. Kind of annoying. It's really an annoying stage to play, sadly.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. But yeah, there's very little. Like, if you were to die in the stage, this is pretty bad.
Yeah, luckily the boss fight is also extremely easy, and the gratuitous energy refill.
I'm just gonna make sure you hit it, because I don't want perfect. If you want to explain about the perfects.
Yeah, so there's a bonus final boss in the game. After you beat the regular final boss, you go to a true final boss, but only if you get 3 perfects throughout the run, and a perfect is just defeating a boss while you have full health.
And you can't game over.
Okay, you can't game over.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Didn't know that. I can't remember the last time I game overed, so.
We have a very important $10 from a Mr. Tim Cutler.
Hey,
Looks
hey,
like-
Dad.
Hey.
Looks like I better donate fast or this game will be over. Dad.
It's probably over by the time you finish writing that comment.
Alright, so if you want to explain about the shirt, come on.
Okay, so Sea Viper stage is a really cool stage of speedrun. So there's these elevators. When you enter a room, the elevators start in a fixed position. And it's possible to go through the room, if you go through the room the fastest, you can catch the elevators at the optimal time. So sadly, having gotten hit there, he's going to miss the cycle on this first elevator. It's probably the hardest part of the stage to do correctly, at least.
It's probably the hardest trick in the game for me to do. It's just...
You just have to have perfect slides and switch to Hadouken and be able to shoot that first turret. Another interesting trick coming up here, if you can land it. Best of luck here. It looks very smooth. Oh, got it. Okay,
Nice.
so that was very
I
nice.
can't believe I overshot that.
It's okay. You can make all the mistakes you want now, because that was awesome.
Hey, we got one more to make us awesome.
So nice section with these instant kill beams. As long as you go fast, which isn't a problem for the Darkman here, you won't get hit. So that was a really interesting strat by damage boosting. You were able to pass that that projectile in the air. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you here. So there's another early elevator trick coming up that the Darkman's going to set up. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
And there you go. So by kind of damage boosting off of that one guy entering the screen and sliding through that, I guess it's a Sniper Joe, he can catch that elevator early.
Myself is kind of big. Hopefully I don't need to eat any.
Nice.
So also, I do a lot of positioning when I finish with a boss, because if you don't position yourself, he walks all the way to the middle. So
Right. Classic Mega Man time saver.
All right, $15 from Michael Smith. Love the marathons. Unfortunately, I work too much to catch all of it, but love what you do and love what you guys do. Keep it up.
Apologize in advance if you hear me coughing.
$100 from Nate Winning. Recently started watching speedruns, and I love seeing my favorite childhood games played incredibly well. Here's a donation to one of my favorites, Super Metroid 100%.
Going into Dalsim stage, it's the notorious go left at the beginning. I don't know what they were thinking.
I love it.
But luckily the arrow in the background helps you out.
If I remember you saying that, because you said, I saw the arrow, but I wanted to go right anyway, just to see what was there.
Oh, okay.
It's either you or like use pizza.
I bet you we both did, but I definitely did that, and there's nothing there except for like, there's like an energy refill, and like, why do you even need it? And you just started the stage.
It's just, I don't know.
But yeah, this is a really fun stage to speed through. There's a lot of really cool melon strats. So if there weren't melon, this game would probably be really uninteresting to speedrun. Yeah, this section's a real pain.
Was that the boss door that you saw on that previous?
Yes.
Yes, I was.
A little bit of a tease.
I am trying to rack my brain for as many melon puns as I can come up with.
It's tough. It's tough.
I got watermelon.
We're going somewhere.
Try melonase. No, that's I can't.
Well, melon can refer to head, so somebody else come up with something. That's all I got.
That's a good melon.
Yeah, that kind of sucks because he's forced to take damage on this next room.
I will probably force myself to get the glitchy tank. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll see this glitchy tank here, you'll be like, what?
Yeah, does it appear all the time? I think like it's sometimes.
Not all the time,
Yeah.
but
there it is.
It's pretty common.
So this is the cool kid strat right here. We can call it that.
Okay, or I can not get it at all.
There it is.
nice.
All right.
Last
All right.
one.
That's clutch right there.
And I just wasted a bunch of time, but whatever. We got it.
You go. Oh yeah.
Really?
These patterns are horrible. Where's the fire? There's no fire yet. Okay. There you go. So the optic blast pierces right through that.
So I'm at like 1920.
All right, we got
Just don't get it perfect on Vega.
a whole bunch of, like Kiri mentioned, 502 shout-outs. You want me to start running through those for you?
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's the 502.
$10, Matthew Chambers. Hey, Darkman. Repic from the 502 crew checking in. Looking good today. 1502 from Andrew Entrikin. 502 is with you, Darkman. Put this toward Coco and Crash Team Racing. Cutest character for the cutest nut. 502 from Reese Davies. Shout out to Darkman and the other 502 runners. David Behe Shout out to the Darkman and the rest of the 502. I love all you guys and everyone helping out with this great event for a great cause.
So I'll let you resume in a second. Just a quick explanation to this boring auto-scroller stage. You just
It's an auto-scroller.
yeah, you just have to make sure you don't get touched by this guy, and that's it. The only optimization is to not get hit and not have to pick up weapon or health. That's it.
And what?
Yep.
502 from Steven Jazuski. Loving the melon strap. Shout out to the 502
An
crew.
E-tank, man. I love it.
And there we go for the 502 shoutouts that I have right now. Okay, 502 from Daniel Heredia. This one's from Magnet Man to the 502.
Thank you, Magnet Man.
All right.
So yeah, there's an E-tank there.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. I got two perfects.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, Vega.
Boss rush, I can like.
Oh, the boss rush.
I can
Okay,
inadvertently
didn't think
perfect.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good.
So yeah, if he accidentally perfects, then he's stuck fighting
The run's
the
over.
secret final boss. Yeah.
You can say that because I have never faced a secret boss.
Yeah, actually, me neither. So do your best to do badly. Oh. Yeah, sadly, there's no perfect strats for this section. You are forced to slow down to get by some of these guys.
I could.
It's still kind of a fun speed stage, at least the first section, and awesome music. So the main reason this game is so short is just the bison stages. There's really not much to them. I mean, there's only a couple of them, and they're very short. But the whole thing about this stage is the boss fight. Notorious for just taking down new players. Vega is extremely difficult. Yeah.
We're running toward the end of the Mega Man block here. We've got 4 different prizes here that you can donate for. We have some Mega Man buttons, some Mega Man cross stitch figurines, and a Mega Man tribute poster. To get into the buttons, you need to donate $5. For the cross stitch, 10. Figurines, 10. And the tribute poster, 20.
Vega's pattern is really hard to get down, pretty difficult. An E-tankless Vega fight is like a rite of passage into into being a Mega Man god. It's incredibly hard to do.
Darkman, what's your choice for the
502 LGTP.
There it is.
Oh, what am I doing?
Oh, the complete opposite
Well,
of
that was silly. We're just gonna walk all the way.
like
back.
yeah. So this demonstrates why you stand in the middle. There you go. And we're already at basically the final stage of boss refights. And so the Darkman has to make sure that he ends each boss fight with less than full health, or else that'll be the third perfect and we'll be stuck fighting.
Probably intentionally using
Taking damage was no problem in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a rare chance it could go wrong, but
So that was a big problem in the blind races, I remember. No one really knew about getting weapon energy, or getting health after these boss fights, but by destroying that kind of ornament in the middle after each boss fight, that reveals the health drop.
did you know?
I didn't know.
Me neither.
Maybe
That's
maybe I
another
was
glitchy thing.
spoiled? I can't remember. Maybe I was spoiled about it.
So yeah, that was another glitchy tank there. As you can see, that's not supposed to be there.
So Dalsim's weapon, pretty useless in the speedrun normally because it forces you to stand still. Just use it for the boss weakness. Nah, you've got this. All right. Just making sure you took that hit there.
Yeah, no, she's definitely in it. Alright. Harry, don't be else.
Alright, we got $15 from Andre Kios. Hey guys, just woke up and you're still there. We're going to be here for quite a while yet. So, amazing work. EK Power wishes you all the luck in the world. $25 from Robin Rand. MSF, Doctors Without Borders, is truly a
Don't
worthy
even
charity
shoot.
doing great things throughout the world. Much appreciation. Much
Don't shoot
appreciation
him. Oh, shit.
I forgot.
Oh,
for
man.
the
Well,
players in the great runs. Franker Z.
Who kills
Oh,
me
did you
fast?
just perfect?
It's Piper.
so now that he's gotten 3 perfects, to avoid having to fight the true final boss, he's going to purposely game over.
And I have to do refights again with 0 E-tanks. In fact, I don't even know if I can't do it actually. It's just gonna be so comfortable.
Yeah, you'll have lives, you can just die, and if you have to, and try it again.
Oh no, I got perfect.
Well,
Chance the glitched E-tank will return.
well, Dita, while we set up, while Darkman sets up the rest of the game here, I think you have plenty of time to go through some comments.
Yeah, go for it.
$20 from Reese Wartenby. That idiot you hate. That idiot you hate, Reese. You're shelling out $20 for the good cause for helping those who help others. I apologize for this long comment. Here's to transforming Bart into the Piano Butts Master. 10 for Butts file name and 10 for Piano Master. Duckfist, you and Sneak Ninja are my heroes for your mind-breaking Mega Man spills. Also, for whenever Essentia returns, will you be training your young guns in your speedrunning craft? Well, she basically has already gone into teaching your kids how to speedrun. Actually, Duckfist will like this, and he knows about it. Her oldest is really enjoying Mega Man. Both of them, actually, her 2 oldest, are really enjoying Mega Man at the moment.
Nice. Keep watching. Mega Man is some good stuff. Sadly, this is the end of the Mega Man block, but there's still plenty of good games to come.
On a terrible note.
That's alright, man. You already showcased what the speedrun is like and a lot of interesting strats throughout all the stages. Boss fights are pretty much just like,
It didn't go bad. You're having to do something for playing too well.
yeah, no, it's all the, what's with all the perfects?
Yeah.
I'm so bad. 4 perfects in a row.
Alright, I'm going to try to do this comment properly since it's from the Seawolf1. Hey, my one and only donation to this marathon, sadly. Everyone enjoy the marathon, talk fast, play hard.
Thank you, Cyril.
Yeah, thanks, Seawolf. Appreciate it. Love you. Too bad you're not here for me to beat you in poker.
This would be
All right.
inevitable to kill him.
You could just keep doing that because it is Ryu. Oh.
Yes, double KOs are a thing in this game.
Yes! Shout out to the melon strip.
Alright, $50 from Dale West. Hey, I wish I could watch more of the marathon, but for whatever reason, my little Canadian town hosts the worst largest Elvis Presley tribute competition, so I'm too
Yeah,
busy
you could
at
have
work
taken
anyway.
another hit though, but
If I can, let go
No,
and
he just
decide
fight
where
it.
this money goes. He's been doing some quality streaming lately. Keep it up, guys. You're
okay,
all
but
awesome.
touching him maybe does more. Yeah.
Uh, 502 from Dean Laguiniere. Cy Marth again, loving the Street Fighter Cross Mega Man run. And of course, shout outs to 502. Also putting toward saving the animals. Nick Marcelli, 2502. Massarelli, sorry. I just got home in time to catch the tail end of the Mega Man block. Shout outs to the 502 crew and Duckfist.
Shoutouts.
Mashister. Mashister?
Oh, Manchester. What's up, Manchester?
$5 from Justin Kutz for putting random watermelons after boss battle. And you get a choice on that one.
Oh, me?
Oh, I already put it.
It's 502.
Pretty sure the melon after boss battle was that in Hodorubi's like first god run of this game, where he just kind of screws around with that. He always melons after a boss, I thought.
Alright, $10 from Justin Tonorelli.
Okay.
Enjoying the runs, a great cause. Akuma Slaughter?
It would have been funny, actually. I was debating whether I should just do it. Just
Do
because.
a blind Akuma fight.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. I just.
I remember seeing people spend a lot of time on that fight, so
Oh, really?
it's supposedly really difficult. Yeah.
$10 from Clifford Palmer. With the Mega Man cross stitch on the line, I just had to donate for a chance. I mean, the chances are tiny at best, but it's for a good cause as well, right? This $10 can go towards anything in particular. Don't know who to give it to, so just whoever calls dibs first, I guess dibs. Sorry if this is annoying.
Dibs.
Do you know what you call dibs on?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so. Okay,
Oh,
nice,
you know
nice.
you called it.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but I guess the host doesn't get. And then $5 from Sadeep Khan. Hey guys, long-time viewer, first-time donor. Hopefully I win a prize. Well, you are entered into winning one for sure.
So yeah, since the Darkman had already used all of his E-tanks, he's having to do this without any. But
So I'm just gonna.
but you do have 2 extra lives, and dying doesn't make you redo the entire stage.
I don't have 2 extra lives. Just one.
Just the one? Okay. Alright. You have full health for this fight.
Oh yeah. Thanks for
If you want to plug us during the marathon on Twitter, go ahead and use hashtag SGDQ2013.
Oh yeah. Man.
DW, do you want to remind everyone of the rules and quits for that
Right?
challenge?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
choice, yeah.
There's a choice for that. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I can go back to it. On who to use. Froden Stashel did have a slight lead, but let's see where we're at now.
That does it for Bison 3. We're going to
Oh, wow,
the
it's
final
got-
boss fight now.
It looks like RKS is ahead now.
Yeah, it's gotten really close. We got Froden Stashel with 208.56, and Rosencritz still at 201.01. So that's really close. You can easily take that.
Bison isn't too difficult of a boss. It's nice to have an E-tank for the fight, though. He's weak against the C laser, and also Hadoken does decent damage once you run out.
Bribe him with Bison Bucks.
Also, you can time after he's dead.
You didn't get any perfects before, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, what happens if he perfects him?
No, it doesn't matter.
It would have happened.
And time.
32-43.
All considering, yeah. That's fine. So,
And your Twitch is just the Darkman78.
yeah, THA.
Yeah, should be on the stream right now.
All right.
Nice job, the Darkman.
Thank you.
No, we got to see what was good about the run, though. So
Since I know the stream most of it, that 3 perfects has never happened before.
yeah. Marathon luck.
Yeah.
We love it.